Good morning. I hope you're doing well. I am ready to be out and about. I decided to start discovering the city that we are living in more. I feel like I have been not quite myself these past few years, and I want to get back to that sense of mystery that we all used to have when we were like children, and or that sense of curiosity. And I'm gonna start very simple. So today I am starting very slow, as I said, and I'm actually going to go to a nearby cafe. It's called Mocha Sin Cafe. I have already went for like a morning walk, but I feel like I need more than just like simple walks, if that makes any sense. I don't know, I need a bit more. So yeah, I'm going to that cafe. I know it's not like groundbreaking to go to a cafe, but hopefully it will be like something sweet and interesting enough, I think. So it's still pretty early, so hopefully they will still have a lot of the goodies, but I don't know, I've never been there, so I don't know. We'll go and see, and I'll take you with me on that journey, so hopefully you will enjoy. Let's go. Well, it was supposed to be rainy, so it's already raining, and I'm walking towards that cafe, so we'll see. I'm glad I brought my backpack, so I'm gonna put my phone in my backpack until it stops raining, hopefully.
Just where it was needed. Gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead in the eye of time. Nobody is losing. Faces merchant chains, while your face remains the same. Swallows will be here by dawn. When we're finally sober, they'll be gone. The trees will bloom and ice will melt. We'll always remember how it felt. A significant life, just what it was needed. Clear in the blackest night, cloistered in injustice, dead, and in the eyes of time, nobody is losing.
So I'm headed home right now, and yeah, I think it was a good experience. I liked it. It's been a while since I went like alone to any cafe or restaurant or anything. There are nuggets of beautiful things here in the old city of Durlach. So if you ever visit Germany and you go to Karlsruhe, I think Durlach is a destination that you might enjoy. So. So, home sweet home. I'm finally like more comfortable talking and all of that, because usually when you are out and about and there are a lot of people and all of that, I feel a bit self-conscious when I am filming. But honestly, today I tried to filter out whatever's going on and I just like went into my zone and tried as much as possible. So hopefully, with time things will be a bit easier. But I had so much fun. That was such a like little nugget of a cafe. I have said that already, didn't I? Anywho, it was very, very cozy and I really enjoyed the time spent there. It was like relaxing, even though there were, plenty of people coming in and out of the cafe, but I still enjoyed it. The owner as well was very, very accommodating and very, very nice to everyone. It was like really awesome. Anyway, I really enjoyed my time and see you when I see you, I guess. So, hi guys, it's been a few days since the last time I talked to you, and I just wanted to add a last section to this diary. I'm gonna try to make it as short and sweet as possible so I won't bore you basically, but maybe I could tell you a bit about a few things that I have been doing or been involved to in the last few days or even months. So as I would say an overall update and an overview in general to what I've been up to basically. So let's start first with books and things that I have been reading. So I went through a major reading slump. I think the last few months of last year I was not in the mood for reading whatsoever. I was like, the fire for reading wasn't there, and I finished like one book from like October up through the mids of December. I finished one book and that was it. But the last week of December I started to feel like I want to read again, so I started picking up books, and it just accumulated from then. So the first two books I have read were I Who Have Never Known Men and Legends and Lattes, both totally different vibes. One sweet and wholesome, which is Legends and Lattes, was like a cozy fantasy, pretty much like a warm hug or a fantastical cup of tea of a book. So I highly recommend it. The other one was I Who Have Never Known Men, which is pretty dark and it could put you in an existential crisis mood, but it is worth the reading. I think it's one of the best sci-fi books. I don't think it's talked about that much, and I absolutely loved it. I called it a reading slump inducer, but because I gave myself time to like process things during my reading slump, fortunately I didn't go back to another reading slump after reading that book. But I would be a bit careful of starting with a book like that if you are feeling like you are heading towards a reading slump. I would be a bit careful, but other than that, I actually highly recommend that book. It was such a great read. And then forwarding to this year, I actually read the Mistborn trilogy. I read the first Mistborn trilogy, the original one, and I loved it. And then I read the Wane and Wax series. It's the second era of Mistborn, and I read 3 books out of 4. I only have one more to go, which is The Lost Metal. I'm planning on reading that one next month, so in April. And I absolutely loved the first trilogy. By the way, the Mistborn trilogy is by Brandon Sanderson. I have read last year the Stormlight Archive and I absolutely loved it, and I want to read more by the same author, so I picked up, as I said, Mistborn. And the first trilogy had me in its grip for for 2 weeks. I didn't read anything but that until I finished it, and I absolutely loved it. I was too attached to the characters. Then I started reading the Wane and Wax series, and I liked it. I thought the humor elements were very special, and the story overall is still very good. The characters are also very good. However, I didn't click with them as much as I did for the first trilogy, so I would still rank them second after the first Mistborn. So yeah, and also I've read The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern, and it was an actual surprise for me because last year I read The Night Circus and I wasn't really a big fan of it. It wasn't a bad read, but I didn't click with it. And I thought like the writing style was beautiful, but just like the story, the characters, everything about that book, except of the writing style, wasn't really for me. So I was a bit cautious when I started reading The Starless Sea. I didn't know what to expect, honestly. I thought that I'm not gonna be that into it, or I thought that I'm not gonna be able to actually enjoy it, but I was wrong. I was absolutely wrong, because I think that book has become a favorite. I just finished it like a couple of days ago, so it's still fresh in my mind and I could gush about it forever. I love bees in general, and if you know, you know. And I also like, there are so many symbols in that book that right now I just like, I can't look at those things the same ever again, if that makes any sense. It has like an Alice in Wonderland vibe or something, but overall I think it was a wonderful read and I also highly recommend. What else did I read? I don't know if I'm forgetting any of the books that I've read, but those are the ones that are like, at least like, that I can remember right now. I'm currently reading manga, actually. I'm reading Fruits Basket. I have watched the anime and it's one of my favorite things ever. I just want to read the manga as well, and I'm reading it in German, so it's a whole nother experience. It has like a different vibe to it, but I'm still happy to be reading that. I'm also continuing with the Wheel of Time series, but in the German editions. So it's called Das Rad der Zeit, and I have read the Wheel of Time. I've started the Wheel of Time and I've read up to book number 5, which was the last book I've read. I don't know, it was 6 months ago the last time I've read anything related to the Wheel of Time, but I just want to reread it in German first, or continue with the reread in German, and then maybe after I finish book number 5 with the German translation, I perhaps gonna pick up book number 6 in the original English version of this story, but until then I think I'm just gonna stick to the reread of that. Yeah, those are basically the book updates. I'm also working on, recently I have been working on another like passionate projects that I have been neglecting for a while now. Not so long ago I started making some beaded jewelries by hand, especially like bracelets and things like that, and you could say I am pretty ready to get back to that. I have already like restarted step by step to go back into that passion of mine, and it's a time-consuming process, but it's very much a very worth it, like heart-soothing and lovely process in general for me, obviously. So I'm pretty excited to get back to that as well, and yeah, I also want to experiment with different stitches and all of that. So that is very like, in general, I think I'm gonna integrate that as well in my videos for the future, even though I'm not making that many videos in general. I just like, whenever I make a video, I think I might include some of that vision as well, especially in those types of videos, the almost like a vlog style diaries. I think it could be fun to include bits and pieces from those as well. I don't know how this will turn out in the end, like post editing, how this thing, or post filming, how this thing will be. I guess I will find out after I start editing. Hopefully it will work out, and hopefully you had fun at least watching. And yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and have a wonderful day or evening whenever you're watching this, and I hope you will join me on the next one. Until then, take care. Bye bye.